Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So today I have a lot of empties to share with you. There's a lot of products here that I have used up. It's mainly skincare. There's a few hair care products and that's it. There's no makeup in today's video. And I know sometimes these videos can be a little lengthy, so I'm going to try and speed up this video as much as I can just to get through everything. And I will have all of the products that I'm sharing today, including discount codes and related videos, linked below for you in my description box. Also, I will let you know whether I liked the product, if I disliked it, and if I would repurchase. So let's get right into it. I would really appreciate it if you could kindly give this video a thumbs up and if you could also subscribe and ring that notification bell. So let's start with hair care first, since I only have two products to share with you. This is the Drunk Elephant Coco Mino Glossing Shampoo. I have talked about this a couple of times in the past, and I finally finished it up, and honestly, I am quite impressed with the Drunk Elephant hair care line. I think the last Empties video that I shared the Drunk Elephant Tangle Spray, the Marula Tangle Spray. That one is lovely. Then I have this, the glossing shampoo. I have the conditioner, and there was another product that I did try some time ago, and I can't remember now, but I really enjoyed all of them. And they're very lightweight on my hair. I have quite fine hair, so a lot of products can weigh down my hair. This shampoo does not. It actually gives the most beautiful gloss to your hair. It adds a lot of shine. It allows your hair to feel so soft and smooth, and just gives that nice, fresh, healthy look to your hair as well. And it does lather up quite nicely. It doesn't strip your hair. So this is formulated without sulfates, silicones, essential oils, fragrance, dyes, and drying alcohol. There is an ingredient in here called almond oil, and this does have a slight almond scent. It is very mild, but there is something there, so you might notice that, you may not, depending on your senses, but I really love that minimal scent, and this is super gentle as well. So if you're looking for a really nice shampoo that doesn't have fragrance, this would be one to try. I would consider purchasing this again, 100%. Right now, I'm currently working on some Kerastase products, some Amika products, K18. I really don't need to purchase this right now, but in the near future, yeah, I would totally get this again because it was really nice. The other hair care product is by Living Proof. This is the Triple Bond Complex Hair Strengthener. So this is actually very similar and comparable to the K18 Leave-In Molecular Mask, the one that actually helps to repair and strengthen the bonds of your hair. This is the same exact concept. It's where you put it in your hair when your hair is clean, towel dried, you've combed out your hair. So with the K18, you only have to wait 4 minutes after you've applied it to your hair before you heat style. This one you have to wait at least 10 minutes. Now, I love the Living Proof line. There are several products that I do enjoy, and this was something that I really wanted to try because I wanted to compare it with K18. And to be honest with you, I think the K18 is way better. And the reason being is because I find the K18 is more lightweight. It's lighter in texture. When you apply it to your hair and after you've blow dried your hair and you've styled your hair, the K18, it just makes your hair feel so soft and smooth. It adds a lot of shine, and my hair just feels so healthy. With this one, I don't get that. And I don't know if it's because I have fine hair. This has a little bit of that thicker texture to it. So even with one pump, like with the K18, I use 2 pumps. I used 2 pumps with this a few times. Oh my God, I had such a film in my hair. My hair actually felt and looked greasy after I blow dried my hair. My ends were really frizzy. It just felt like I had this film in my hair. I couldn't stand it. I had to wash my hair the next day. So then I did 1 pump and then applied it to mids to ends, a little bit in the bang area, and I got the same result, just not as intense as the 2 pumps, and I didn't like it. I don't know, the formula just doesn't work for my fine hair. So I much prefer the K18 leave-in mask. I feel like it's way nicer. It's more lightweight. Like I said, it adds a lot of shine. It adds softness to your hair. I got the whole opposite with this. So I will not be repurchasing this. I really wasn't impressed. So let's move on to skincare. I actually have a lot of empty dermatology products. I can't believe how many I actually have here. So let's start with that and get it out of the way because again, my whole bin here is full of dermatology. So the first empty is the Hydra Plump Biome Mist. This is their newest launch. I really love this. The formulation is amazing to hydrate, to calm and soothe an irritated skin barrier. It helps to reduce the look of facial redness. It has this milkiness to it. It's really enjoyable to use. It pairs up nicely with other skincare products, makeup. It's just a great facial mist to use every day, twice a day, to promote skin health, and I love it. The only thing that I don't love about this, and I hope that they improve on this, I really do, is their sprayer. This comes out like a jet, and I thought it was just mine. And in that video where I briefly talked about this, I asked you guys, like, how is your sprayer? Is it like mine or is yours a lot better? And a lot of you said that no, you are experiencing the same thing where it comes out in a full-on jet. So when you're spraying this around, it's just targeting one area. It's not covering your face evenly. And I don't like that. Like if I'm using a facial mist, I want something that is going to cover my entire face and my neck evenly. And it's so quick and easy to use that way. But instead, I have to put like 4 or 5 pumps into the palm of my hand and then apply it to my skin that way, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. I mean, I apply my toners and essences in that type of way as well. And because I love this so much, I will do that. But it would be so much easier and quicker to use if this actually had a really nice fine mist. So I hope that they correct that because I really don't love the sprayer, and I also wish that they would come out with a larger size. This is perfect for travel. This is 53 mils of product, but I went through this really quickly. I think I finished this less than a month because I was using it every day, twice a day, and I was using like 4 to 5 pumps because, you know, I wanted enough to cover and saturate my entire face and neck. So I hope they come out with a larger size and I hope they correct the sprayer. But other than that, the formulation is really nice. And I do have another one going in my bathroom. And just so you know, the sprayer is the exact same. So anyways, hopefully if there's a lot of us that complain, maybe they will fix the packaging. But until then, I do have a 20% off discount code with dermatology using code Sincerely Miss Ash. So I will leave that up here and below for you. Next is the Barrier Repair Mask. So this is great if you have dryness, flakiness, that compromised skin barrier. You're looking for that nice rich cream. This is lovely. So I use this more in my nighttime routine when my skin is feeling a little tight, a little angry. I have used this a handful of times in my morning routine, but depending on the type of sunscreen you're using, you may or may not experience pilling. It just depends. I did experience pilling with this a few times in the past with some certain sunscreens, but in the night routine, I've never experienced pilling. So this pairs up nicely with other serums, facial mists, and so on. This would be a great product to use with tretinoin, with retinol, with active ingredients, or just on its own. This would be that replacement product of a moisturizer. You could put a moisturizer on beforehand and then this on top if you wanted to, but this is moisturizing and repairing enough to replace your moisturizer in your nighttime routine. And it was very rare that I paired this up with another moisturizer. So it's really nice, and when you wake up in the morning, your skin just has this glow and it just looks so healthy. So yes, I would consider purchasing this again. I have an MD HPR eye cream. This is nice. I like this one way more than the advanced eye cream. This is the newer one. This one has an ingredient called hydroxypanacolone retinoid, which is one of the newest retinoids in the retinoid family. And it's a very gentle retinoid, but yet really effective to soften fine lines, to improve crepiness, firming the skin, brightening the skin, and I really like it because this eye cream really is one that actually performs well. If you're someone that is prone to milium or milia, where you develop a couple of them, those little hard white bumps that can develop anywhere around the eye area, this would be a great eye cream to use to help prevent those from forming. So any type of eye product, whether it's an eye serum or an eye cream that has retinol or retinoid, these can help to prevent milium or milia. And I am prone to milia. I get a lot of them if I don't use products like this around the eyes. I might get a couple on one eye, maybe one or two on the other side. Like, I am prone to them, and I haven't had a milium in a really long time because of the products that I use around the eye area. So this is a really nice one. It's also very moisturizing. It's not drying. I've never experienced sensitivities with this, although, you know, you could. There's always that possibility, especially if you have more of that sensitive skin. But I like this one more than the advanced eye cream because this one is way more effective. So yes, I would consider purchasing this one again in the future. Next is the Needleless Serum. This is a product that I like to use from time to time, maybe a couple of times a year. I like to introduce this into my routine because I do find that this has a wonderful formulation that targets multiple skin concerns. So this has your peptides in it. There's also a copper peptide in here as well. As you know, peptides help to firm the skin and soften fine lines and wrinkles. There's also ceramides in here, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide. So this can help to address discoloration, facial redness, and it really helps to hydrate and plump the skin as well. So this can be used every day, twice a day. And you can also use this at night with your tretinoin or retinol if you wanted to. And I forgot to mention that there are peptides in the HPR eye cream as well. I totally forgot to mention that. But if you love your peptide serums and you want, you know, that niacinamide in there, those ceramides, then this would be a great serum to look into. I do have a backup in my linen closet. I actually have the large size. I believe it's 60 mils. This is a 30 mil size. So depending on, you know, what size you want to go with, you got two options here, but if you're someone that is going to use it a lot, I would say go with the larger size because it's just going to last a lot longer, especially if you're using this twice a day. The Brightening Eye Masks are next. These, as you know, are my absolute favorite eye masks of all time. I talk about these all the time here. So if you love a good under eye mask, you have to try the ones from Dermatology. Nothing has compared to these. Nothing. These are really saturated, they're really wet, and they help to depuff, they help to brighten up dark circles. Now, I don't have dark circles, so I can't speak whether or not this actually works for that. But this really does depuff. There's peptides in here, great for fine lines. There's cucumber extract, blueberry extract, and the list goes on. Like, there's a ton of great ingredients in here to nourish, to hydrate, to plump, but also to address fine lines. And these are great to use every day or just, you know, a couple of times a week, maybe just special occasions. They really do help to prep your under eyes for that special event before you put your makeup on. It just brings in so much hydration and plumpness. When you peel them off, like, your under eyes look so rejuvenated. So I like to leave these on as long as possible, sometimes an hour, sometimes 45 minutes. You know, you could just leave them on for 15 minutes if you wanted to, but I find the longer you leave them on, the better the results. And I keep these in the fridge, and they feel great when you put them on when they're nice and cold, especially when you're puffy. And you get 60 eye masks, so 30 pairs. And these are exceptional. So yes, I have two backups of these in my fridge. I always have to be stocked up on these. And I think the last Dermatology product that I have here is the Exfoliating Body Lotion. I can't live without this. This is something that is wonderful if you're someone that has those bumps on the backs of your thighs, you have that scaliness on your legs or your arms, you have keratosis pilaris, you know, you have fine lines on your chest, maybe discoloration. Like, this is going to target multiple skin concerns that we have with our body. But the only thing with this is that now that we're coming into the warmer months, you really want to make sure that you're wearing sunscreen on the areas that are being exposed to the sun, especially the areas where you're using this, because this contains 12% lactic acid, yes. But there are ceramides in here, and those ceramides really help to strengthen and repair that skin barrier. There is also peptides in here, and that is a great thing to have peptides in with lactic acid, because generally, if you are using separate serums, that's not a recommended pairing to use your AHAs with your peptides. But because this is formulated correctly, where there's peptides in there with that lactic acid, that is why I also really love this, because those peptides will really help to firm and soften those fine lines that we can have on our chest and, you know, anywhere on the body for that matter. But I am someone that gets some ingrown hairs on the backs of my thighs. I get those bumps, and if I'm consistent with this and I'm using this every day, I don't get bumps anymore. Like, those bumps are non-existent, especially from shaving. There is a product from Topicals that I really love as well, which is a little similar to this. They are quite different. I love that product and I love this. So I kind of switch back and forth between the two, and I'm just very consistent with the backs of my thighs. I do use this a lot on my chest, and this would be great for your knees or your elbows, because those areas can get crepey and dry. So if you're looking for a good body lotion that has that lactic acid, then I would say look into this. It is pretty strong, just so you know. So you might feel that tingling sensation at first, but it doesn't last long, maybe 30 seconds and it dissipates. But if you have just freshly shaved or waxed your legs and you go and put this on, you will most definitely feel that tingling sensation. So maybe, you know, if that's something that you don't like, then use this the day after you shave or wax, just to eliminate that tingliness. I actually kind of don't mind that tingly sensation because it doesn't last long. If it bothers you, just put another thick calming moisturizer on top of this if you want more moisture. But it does have a medicated scent to it. It does smell like lactic acid, and I kind of like that smell. I really do. So yes, of course, I have a backup. This is amazing. I really recommend this. Next is the Farmacy Honeymoon Glow Body. So this is actually very comparable and similar to the Dermatology Exfoliating Body Lotion. This one has 10% lactic acid, but it also has an additional 2% salicylic acid. So a total of 12% for that AHA, BHA hybrid formulation. It also has prickly pear, honey, and the list goes on. Very moisturizing on the skin. It does very similar things to the Dermatology one, where it will exfoliate your skin, improving texture and tone. This one has fragrance. This actually smells like honey. And I don't like the honey scent. I honestly can't. I can't believe that I almost finished this. There's actually still a little bit left. I just can't finish it because the smell is not for me. There are days where I will put this on my body and I don't mind the scent, but then there are days where I just feel nauseous. I can't do it. And then I have to go in with a separate fragrance mist and spray that all over my body just to disguise that honey scent. So if you don't like honey, pass on this. Just pass on this because I just can't. Like, there's something about it. It is very mild, but it just has like a weird honey smell and I just can't do it. But the performance of this was quite nice. It kept me bump free. The backs of my thighs were always soft. My skin always felt smooth. It did a good job, but the scent for me just wasn't it. If this was fragrance free, I would probably purchase this again. So I'm going to stick with the Dermatology one instead. I have an empty Ntorium Niacinamide Cleansing Gel 3%. I have talked about this in the past. I really love it. It's one of my favorite drugstore cleansers. It is very gentle, it's hydrating, and it doesn't strip your skin. A lot of gel cleansers that foam up, that lather up, they can be quite stripping, right? This is not. And I've been using this since last summer and I just can't get enough. So I just keep this in my shower and I just pump out, 2 pumps, and it actually removes makeup and sunscreen quite nicely. So sometimes I will skip a cleansing balm and I will just go in with this, and this loosens up mascara. It really does a good job to get rid of the makeup and sunscreen on your face as that first cleanse. And then of course I go in with a second cleanse after, just to ensure that my skin is really clean. But I like it because it also has that nice cinnamide in there for brightening. So if you love Ntorium, you love a good gel cleanser that nicely foams up, that doesn't strip your skin, then I recommend this. And yes, I do have one going already in my shower. I have two empty Kum MD products here. So I did briefly touch on these in a past video. So this is the Quench Vitamin C Serum, and this is the moisturizer, the Illuminate Anti-Aging Cream. If you're not familiar with this brand, this was created by Dr. Amir Karam. He has a YouTube channel here on YouTube, but he is a plastic surgeon in California, I believe San Diego. And I just love his videos. He's very educational. I just love his videos. Like, I just love them. And so recently he came out with his own skincare brand, and I was really excited to try it, and I love these two. This one is the Quench. So this has 3 types of vitamin C derivatives. There's also green tea in here, hyaluronic acid. It is lovely and it's extremely brightening. I love the way that this brightens up my skin. It has improved the tone of my skin. My skin is super soft and smooth. I can't explain it. This is actually one of the nicest vitamin C serums I have ever used, especially when it comes to a derivative vitamin C serum. As you know, I am a lover for ascorbic acid, the purest form of vitamin C, but I'm actually really starting to enjoy vitamin C derivatives a little bit more because you can pair these up with more ingredients without having to worry about conflicts. And also they have a longer shelf life. You don't have to use them up as quickly, and they are great for all skin types, including sensitive skin. So I love this one. And then this is his moisturizer. So this is used after that, and I love it because it has retinol in it. It has niacinamide, peptides, vitamin C. It is jam-packed with a lot of anti-aging ingredients, but also ingredients to help lighten and brighten the skin. Now, he does have a trifecta line, which includes these 2 products and a cleanser. I have the cleanser. The cleanser is quite nice. And then of course he has a polish to exfoliate and a balm for additional hydration that can be applied on top of his moisturizer. I've never had an issue with any of his products, and I am very impressed. And I am working on new ones right now currently. So love these, highly recommend. I have an empty Dr. Dennis Gross Derm Infusions Fill Plus Repair Serum. You guys know that I love this. I have talked a lot about this in the past, and this is a serum, like I mentioned, that does it all. It targets texture, tone, fine lines and wrinkles. It hydrates, it repairs your skin barrier, and it's great for all skin types. It does have fragrance as well. It has a floral scent, just so you know, but it really does improve texture. And it really makes your skin super soft, super smooth. It just gives this clarity to it as you get using it. And I just love the results that I see, that I just always need to have this in my collection. I may not use this every time I finish up a new bottle. Like, I might take a break from it, and then maybe in a few months' time, I'll go back to it. Currently, this is a part of my nighttime routine. It was for winter and spring. I am going to be switching things up a little bit now that I'm finished it, but I will consider using this again in the near future, 100%. Next is the Neod Superoxide Dismutase Saccharide Mist, that turquoise mist that I use every day, twice a day. You guys know that I love this. It helps to protect our skin from free radicals. It brightens the skin, addresses fine lines, and it also helps to reduce the look of facial redness. And it does a really good job at hydrating your skin as well. Now, I'm taking a little break from this because I have been using this every day, twice a day for at least 3 years. I honestly can't recall when I actually started being consistent with this. And I'm gonna take a little break just to see if I notice anything different with my skin. So for right now, I'm actually replacing this with the Dermatology facial mist. So this is what I'm using in replacement of this, but I am gonna go back to it because I have 4 backups of this in my linen closet, and I also really love it. I just wanna see if I notice anything different, and taking a break from products that you've been using for like 3 years is sometimes nice to do, like maybe a month or 2 break, and then reintroducing it again. But I am not going to stop using this. This is a lovely one. This is one of the best facial mists I've ever used. Next is Neon Modulating Glucosides. This is a serum that helps to repair a compromised skin barrier. So if your skin is angry, it has that burning sensation, it's red, it's dry, this is great to have on hand for when you need it. Now you can use this every day, or you can just use this for when your skin is compromised. Now, if you're someone that is using retinol, tretinoin, or some type of active ingredient, and it's always irritating your skin, like your skin is always angry, then pair this up with those actives to help keep your skin barrier nice and strong and moisturized. I was doing that a lot in the past, and now I just use this for those days that I need it. So this will last a really long time for me. I don't even know when I purchased this, but it has a nice milky consistency to it, and it just gives that nice relief to the skin. So I do have a backup because, again, I always need to have this in my collection for those days when I need it. It's a non-negotiable because there are times where my skin seriously needs some TLC, and this is the serum that brings my skin back to life. I also have the Ordinary Multi-Peptide plus Copper Peptides 1%, one of my favorite copper peptides ever. I love it because it just firms the skin, addresses fine lines, and it's also a very hydrating serum. You guys know a lot about this, so I'm not going to go into detail here. So I do have a few backups of this in my linen closet as well, and I also have an empty Ordinary GF 15% solution. So this is their newest serum that they launched this year, their growth factors. It contains 3 plant-based growth factors, and growth factors are great for fine lines, to help stimulate new collagen. They have wound healing properties to them, and I just really like growth factors in general, but this one is really nice and gentle and also very hydrating on the skin. So you can pair this up with retinol, you can pair this up with a lot of things. I do have a video up on my channel where I shared the best growth factor pairings. So if you want to learn what ingredients are the best used with growth factors, then I will leave that video below for you, as well as up here. I also shared my 2-month update using this, so I will leave that video below for you. And if you're looking to create a morning and a nighttime anti-aging skincare routine using products only from The Ordinary, and you need some guidance, and maybe you want this product in both of those routines, I have a video up on my channel where I've curated 2 routines. So I will leave that video below for you also. So yes, I will be continuing on with this for right now, at least. And the last empty is by SkinCeuticals. This is the Tripeptide R neck cream. I've talked about this before, it's been a while, but this is one of my favorite neck creams. Now, are neck creams necessary? No. You could just use your face skincare and bring it down your neck. And I generally do this most of the time. But sometimes I do like to resort to a neck cream because remember, these are designed for the neck. And our necks can be very sensitive because we don't have the oil glands in our neck area like we do with our face, which is why our necks age a lot faster than our face. It gets creepier looking. It gets, we get those lines a lot faster than our face because we just don't have that oil production to naturally moisturize the skin. So if you can be consistent with the skincare that you have at home and bring it down your neck and your chest, great, do that. You want to do that so that we're treating everything all together so that everything ages at the same time. But if you like neck creams, then this is a great one. This has a 0.2% retinol and it has peptides. The list goes on, but it's a very moisturizing and effective cream that I have been using on and off for a few years now, and I'm quite impressed every time I use this. It's not something that I'm very consistent with. Like now that I'm done this, I probably won't resort back to this for a while, but this is something that I would consider purchasing again because it really is lovely. And again, it is designed for the neck. So if you find that some of the products that you're using at home right now irritate your neck, then maybe look for a neck product that has those lower percentages of key ingredients to really target signs of aging, because that's the same with eye creams and eye serums. They're not necessary, but they are designed for that delicate area, and the concentrations of those active ingredients are much lower than what we generally apply all over our face. So they are nice to look into if you have sensitive skin, but this one is really nice. So that completes my Empties video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And of course, if you have any questions at all regarding any one of the products that I mentioned, please feel free to ask away in that comment section. But of course, I will have all of these products linked below for you, including discount codes and all of those related videos. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.